Hi, now we are into the chapter number 4 of Vistas, and the name is The Enemy, written by Pearl S. Buck. Enemy by name suggests an antagonist, but there is surprise for you all in this chapter. The story dates back to the Second World War, to be precise in 1941, after the Pearl Harbor attack on America by Japan. The situation was very tense. Japan and America were at tenterhooks. They could not stand each other and they wanted to destroy each other at all possible opportunities. That's the backdrop of this particular chapter. So, the enemy in this chapter, to us looking at the first sight, are the Japanese and the Americans. The story begins like this, that there is a doctor in Japan named Dr. Sadao Hoki, who was sitting on a rock outside in the courtyard of his house, which was at the sea beach. He was sitting with his wife, enjoying the sunset and the cool breeze coming from the sea. They were having pleasant time talking to each other about everything, and there they see a figure emerging from the sea. Initially, they didn't pay much attention because they thought that there might be some sea animal or a fisherman coming out. But then after a while, they saw the figure collapsed over there and didn't move much. So both of them went there to see what it was. And to their surprise, they found a human figure over there. Sadao Hoki, being a doctor, was curious to know what it was and what was happening. So he turned the human figure up front. And then he found that this was a person and he was injured in the abdomen area and it was a bullet wound. He could immediately make out. Looking in details, he found him to be an American Navy soldier. And that's where the dilemma began. Sadao Hoki didn't want to treat this American soldier. As I said before, they were enemies at this point of time. And his wife Hannah also supported in this particular situation. But standing there, pondering over the body and thinking on what to do, what next and everything, should we throw this back to the sea for the creatures to take care of that, or let him stay there and die? The doctor in Dr. Sadao Hoki got awakened. He thought, let me cure him first and then we'll see what to do next. Same time, Hannah also had similar thoughts. They communicated with each other through their eyes and both of them decided to take this American prisoner of war to their home for further treatment. They were a bit apprehensive, but still they went ahead with their plan. Both of them supported Tom, the prisoner, to their home. He was lodged up in one of the rooms where Sadao Hoki's father used to be staying. Now he was no longer there. He had died. So he was kept there and the preparations to treat him began. Sadao Hoki and his wife Hannah wanted their servants to help them. But when they came to know that the injured was an American, they refused to help them. In fact, the gardener went to an extent of saying that we will not be betrayers to our country. We don't want to be the traitors of our country. All the other staff members, the workers, the servants, they left them one by one. though they had been working with them since more than 20-30 years. But this incident could not bind them together with their masters. So that's how critical the situation was at that point of time, you can imagine from this. But Dr. Sadao, being a true doctor, remembering his Hippocratic oath, stuck to the point of treating this injured soldier. Assisted by Hannah with providing with the things, the anesthetic things and everything, he started operating on the Tom, the prisoner. Very deftly he removed the bullet from his body and healed or stitched the wound and started treating him. Very soon, Tom started recovering. That was the caliber of Dr. Sadao. He was an accomplished doctor, a surgeon, and that was one of the reasons why he was not sent on a war front with other doctors to treat the injured soldiers. Because over here there was an old Japanese general, army general, who was not keeping well. And he didn't want anyone less than Dr. Sadao to treat him. So he didn't let Dr. Sadao to go on the war front, and that's how Dr. Sadao was in the village. He was an accomplished surgeon, as I said, and that was a dream of his father. His father wanted him to become a great doctor, and for that purpose, he had sent him to US at the age of 22 for further studies. He studied there for about 8 years, and at the age of 30, he returned back to Japan. Over there, he had mixed emotions, mixed feelings about the Americans. Some of them did not treat them well, some of them treated very well. There was a professor who used to take care of him and others. Just to support them, once he had arranged for a party. Sadao Hoki was invited, but then he was a bit reluctant in going there. But on subsequent requests or persuasions or invitations, he went. And then over there he met Hannah, and that's how that meeting resulted in love and finally being married. So Sadao Hoki many times told Hannah that he was going to miss her barely had he not come there. So that was intended to happen, and that's why he went there. He met Hannah and then they fell in love. They couldn't marry over there. Why? Because Sadao's father, Dr. Sadao's father, was very keen on his son getting married to a Japanese girl only, and until and unless he confirms that, he would not allow that. So when Dr. Sadao returned back, they cross-checked everything and then they found Hannah to be a Japanese, and that's how they got married. Before Dr. Sadao's father died, he could see the success of his son, and that's how we can say he died a satisfied death. Now here, Tom started recovering very fast. But Dr. Sadao and Hannah were constantly under fear of being caught. It once happened, a messenger from General had come to call Dr. Sadao. When Hannah went to answer the call of the bell, when this messenger told, she was scared to death. She thought that they are caught, and that's why Dr. Sadao is called. But when she came to know that it was for the health of General, she was a bit relaxed. Even Dr. Sadao was relaxed. He went there, he treated the general, and at the end he said that there is an American prisoner of war at my home. What should be done? To this, the general said, okay, don't worry. I'll send my private assassins to your place. keep all the doors and gates open. They will come quietly at night and they will kill the soldier, and you don't have to do anything about it. That night, Sadav passed very badly. He was constantly in a wait that somebody is going to come, but nobody came. He didn't disclose this to Hannah because she might get worried about all these things. And like this, the second night also passed by. Nobody came. And then Dr. Sadav became a bit impatient. He thought that when destiny wants this person to live, because the kind of condition he was in, any normal person would have succumbed to his death long back. But Tom survived. And that's how Dr. Sadav now decided to leave him from this place. So on the third night, he prepared a boat. He put some clothes, some food items, water, and gave him a torch also. And guided him that across the sea there is an island which is not inhabited by anyone. Because during storms, it is submerged in water. This was not the season of storms, so it was safe to be there. So he let him go in the boat over there and told him that you wait there till some Korean ship comes and you can take their help and have a safe escape. He had given him a torch to give him a signal in case of any help that he required. For a few nights he waited, but there was no signal, and that's how he assumed that Tom had a safe escape. This is the story, dear students. It talks about love, it talks about compassion, it talks about tolerance, it talks about humanity. That's the whole mark of being human. We need to live on this earth with these qualities so that we enjoy our stay on this earth. That's the basic message of this particular chapter. Thank you.